Okay, this is going to cause some commotion, but today what we're going to discuss is smoking on the Appalachian Trail. Should you quit before you go? Should you quit on the trail? I'm going to give you my input on that and my thoughts. I'm JB Gunner. I am a smoker. This is the legend of Teardrop.
This is Teardrop, and welcome to New to the Wild.
Welcome back, everybody. Now, what we are going to be doing is starting a three-part series: smoking on the Appalachian Trail, drinking on the Appalachian Trail, and drugs on the Appalachian Trail. Those will be the next three videos that you essentially get from me, other than Fun Friday. With that being said, today is, well, smoking on the Appalachian Trail. This is for tobacco smokers. Essentially, this is taboo within the hiking community. I know, because everybody thinks that everybody is physically fit to the firmest and to the fullest, and no one smokes. Well, let me explain this to you. Over the past 3 years, I've been on the Appalachian Trail regularly, and probably I'm willing to say that 30 to 50% of the people I've met are smokers. They are smokers. I myself am a smoker. Uh, I've tried to quit smoking before when I went on the Appalachian Trail. I've tried vaping on the trail, which that's just another electronic you got to charge, so I wouldn't recommend that. Uh, I've tried quitting cold turkey and going on the trail, and I will tell you right now that the Appalachian Trail is so stressful. What I mean is physically stressful, mentally stressful. To add another element of stress to it, such as quitting smoking or quitting drinking, that could be a bit of a challenge. So, with that being said, let's talk about it a little bit, because there's two different types of people, obviously, in this scenario. We get the smokers and the non-smokers. Not all the non-smokers are anal about smokers, but a good portion of them are. A good portion of these people believe that they own the outdoors and that you shouldn't be able to smoke anywhere outside or anywhere in a business. Well, my opinion's a little different. Is you don't want, if you own a business and you don't want me smoking inside of it, it's your business. But none of you own the national forest. None of you own the outside. So essentially, my view on the people that will say I shouldn't smoke in the forest or I shouldn't smoke when I hike, my view on that is essentially fuck you. Now, is there still common courtesy that should be had? Yes. I think there's common courtesy that should be had by both people. The smokers should try to smoke away from the group of non-smokers. So here are things that I do. Like when I get to a summit, I do like to smoke when I get to the top of a summit. I will either wait on everyone to leave or I will go away from the group. And if it's just me and the people that I know, then I'll ask them if they don't mind. Uh, Now, you may say to yourself, well, if it's just as much ours, why do we have to ask? You don't. You can go out there and smoke all you want. But for me, despite the fact that I will cuss you out in a fucking heartbeat, I still believe in respect. I still believe in common courtesy. And so when it comes to the smoking, no one should have to breathe my secondhand smoke. Truthfully. Now, we're outside, so they're not going to breathe it that much, but you still just got to go show courtesy. So when I get to the top of a mountain, I ask, I figure out the spot, I move away. Now, don't get me wrong, they don't own the whole top of the mountain. So I'm not going to not smoke at the top of the mountain because some health nut is on top of the mountain that doesn't want it to be. But here's what I also do. When I'm hiking, what I always like to do is I fall back. If you've ever seen any of my videos, a lot of times you'll see that I have fallen back from the hikers that I'm hiking with. The reason being is because that way the smoke will typically go behind you, not in front of you. So if you are behind them, then they don't have to worry about your smoke just blasting in their face as you're. And most people, they don't hike going up, they don't smoke. We'll get to that. My advice to you smokers is never smoke on an incline. My advice, honestly, is to power through the incline. Do not smoke because it does affect your respiratory system. Listen, there's a lot of smokers that'll sit here and lie to you and say, it doesn't affect me at all. They're lying. Yes, of course it does. I struggle going up. I have it easy going flats and downs. Most hikers will tell you they struggle more going down than they go up. What's the difference? Is that I'm a smoker. So going up an incline for me is a little bit more of a struggle. I'm sucking in a lot more oxygen to try to keep myself fucking alive. It's just the truth. So with that being the case, um, if you're a smoker, my advice to you is not to smoke on an incline. But in terms of etiquette, like I said, man, top of the mountain, kind of just get away from people. Same thing at the shelters. You never smoke in a fucking shelter. Even me as a smoker, I get mad when somebody smokes in a shelter. And here's what you got though. You get these fucking hippie motherfuckers that smoke weed who they don't find it okay for you to smoke cigarettes in the shelter, which I don't think you should. But they're perfectly okay with firing up some weed in the shelter. Fuck that. Fuck that. And it's just in case a park ranger does come through, I don't want to have to deal with the motherfucking questions. So the truth of this is I don't roll with that shit. I'm not gonna smoke cigarettes in the shelter. You ain't gonna smoke weed in the shelter. You gonna get your fucking ass beat. That's just the way it goes. You need to keep in mind, not everybody out there wants to answer the fucking police if they come by. Some people don't want to fucking deal with that shakedown. Do you see what I'm saying? That shit's ridiculous. So, and I've had hiking partners that did it. And there was only one time I was nervous. We were in the Smokies. And that's a different video. We'll talk weed another time. Or drugs in general. But however, don't worry, y'all. I ain't giving up no information. It's not what I do. I leave that to people that can only count to like 7. So, with all that being said, where are we going with this? Smoking is something you don't want to try to quit when you come on the trail, man. You don't want to do it. If I were you, I would try to quit smoking months before you go on the trail. You don't want that initial shock while you're on the trail. Like I said, when it comes to the people that don't like smoking, just fuck them. Just don't worry about them. They don't get to tell you what to do in your life. You know what I mean? If they say something, practice these words. I want you to look into your TV right now as I'm talking and repeat after me. Fuck you. Try it in different ways. Fuck you. Fucketh you. Go fuck yourself. Put a dick in your mouth. Shut the fuck up. There's a million different ways you can do this. So, and you will get it. You will hear it. You'll be one snob that'll you'll listen at the campfires, man. Just the campfires, smoke right at the campfire. Now the motherfuckers already got it to where you're not in the shelter. You moved on top of the mountain, but now you're at a fucking campfire. At a campfire, people don't expect people to smoke cigarettes. They're fucking stupid. I'm just being honest with you. So, anyway, I don't recommend smoking while trying to hike this thing at all. It does affect you. But there's a lot more smokers on the trail than you may think that there are. You see what I'm saying? There's a lot more. There's never one when you need one. I'll tell you that. If you run out, there's never another motherfucker there with one. But yet, when you have some, there's always a motherfucker there wanting one. I personally, I ain't gonna talk about that because I don't know if it's illegal to engage in commerce out there or not. But I'm just saying a good idea, if I were to do something like that, would be to buy a 16-ounce bag of tobacco, bag that shit up and sell it. You pay $16 for the bag. It's 16 ounces. Sell each ounce for $3. I'm just saying. I'm not advising you to do something illegal. That's just something I read in a book. Don't worry about it. Anyway, so when it comes to smoking on the Appalachian Trail, you non-smokers, quit making life hard for other people. You don't like it, move the fuck on. Why is it that we have to move the fuck on? Period. You think, well, it's annoying to smell that smoke. It's annoying to hear a fucking crybaby liberal. It is what it is. We just deal with it. You got to deal with it. And that's the way we hike together. You don't like it? Don't hike with me. Don't hike around me. If you see me on top of a mountain, jump off the motherfucker. So, smoke what you want. And really, I think that's really all there is to nail on this one. I don't think there's much more. No, because it's not, you see it everywhere. It's this big thing. So, anyway, like I said, you'll be surprised. A lot more hikers smoke than you think. Anyway, so just remember the etiquette. There is etiquette. Just remember to be courteous. But also, when it comes to you, remember, do not try to quit smoking on this Appalachian Trail, man. It'll drive you nuts. Try to quit right now. If you're going in March, try to quit right now. All right. I'm JB Gunner. We'll be back with the drinking on the Appalachian Trail. Oh, here's another thing. At a lot of these hostels, and of course, there are going to be places for you to be able to smoke. Don't worry about that. And something I want to tell you. Always pack out your butts, man. Don't be one of them assholes. Do not be one of them assholes that throws your butts down. Pack them out. Yes, it'll make your pockets stink, but who the fuck cares, man? It's a lot better than the forest being fucked up. Pack it out.
Bye, bitches.